Hello, Markomaniacs. Lizzie and Dylan here talking about wrestling. That's why this podcast is called Talkin Wrasslin, dude. Let's talk about wrestling, and maybe I'll have to body slam Lizzie in the Silver Dome. What you gonna do when Talkin Wrasslin runs wild on you, brother? Hello, Markomaniacs.
Oh my god.
Oh, I just foreshadowed what I'm going to do for the intro. Remember how I said I have, wild ideas for the intro?
Doug, I got home from work 10 minutes ago. Jesus.
Anyway, welcome to Talkin Wrasslin episode 5. In today's episode, we're going to go over some pretty interesting wrestling news that broke this week. We're going to roast Dave Meltzer. We're going to talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling, the beginning in Osaka, 2 great matches that happened on that card. We're going to talk a little bit about AEW, Dynamite, and a segment from Friday Night SmackDown, and we are recording this on Saturday night, no collision, a week before Elimination Chamber.
It is not alright for fighting tonight.
It's not. So this episode will come out on Tuesday. So we're going to give our Elimination Chamber predictions of what I have. Things could change. And I think they're still doing stuff on next week's SmackDown, which is pre-taped. And spoiler, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I saw it because I actually forget what happened. And then our Wrestler of the Week. But before we do that, I just want to give a shout out to the Dark Side of the Ring on Earth podcast. Really fucking great podcast. Probably my favorite. I think it took first place, Lissy, in favorite podcasting over Jim.
That's kind of surprising for you, honestly.
And they only had one episode so far. So basically, what the podcast consists of, Dave Meltzer, if he hears this, is gonna get mad that I'm putting over something else. Anyway, the podcast pretty much, they did a New Jack one. Mm-hmm. So they just dug up stuff that didn't make the New Jack episode. Okay. And just played interviews that didn't make the episode and stuff like that.
That's cool.
And it's wild. And the New Jack one, man, he dealt with a lot of racism.
I would kind of unfortunately assume that,
especially with being in Smoky Mountain Wrestling and all of that.
Yeah.
But the stories that didn't air, oh my god.
Yeah.
And just other stuff too of New Jack is great.
I don't listen to podcasts a whole hell of a lot. Recently this week I've been really heavily listening to Lady Gaga. So that's kind of, which I guess my music was playing a little too loud this morning when I pulled into the parking lot at work because Pat was parked next to me. And he texts me while we're both in our cars, and he goes, "So we're listening to gay anthems today, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, all day, every day. I'm fucking bopping to the Queen. What are you talking about?"
We love Lady Gaga.
We love Lady Gaga here.
And speaking of podcasts, you can check out our previous episodes as well. Mm-hmm. We got 4.
We've got stuff where we've talked about for a while.
We got stuff that we talk about stuff.
Yeah, last week was kind of all over the place, I feel like, because you were wild and I was dying.
Yeah, and it was just
because I had a bad headache, right? That was last week. I had a bad headache.
It was just the questionnaire one too.
Maybe I didn't have a bad headache. I don't know, but it was just, yeah, it was something. It was something or another, and I was like, okay, but it was fun nonetheless. So definitely check out the rest of our episodes if you haven't already. And if you have listened to them and you're listening to this one now, thank you. Appreciated. Much love.
So, how was your week? We didn't get to do this last week. We kind of just jumped right into it. So, how has it been?
It's been fine, I guess. I'm sure there was many of things that have happened over the past 2 weeks and this week that I've already forgotten about because I don't have a memory. But I don't think I got to talk about this on last week's podcast because, we didn't really talk about anything we did during the week. But I made probably my new favorite drawing ever.
You're going to post it here?
I'll post it. I'll post a picture up of it because I'm very, very proud of it. And yeah, so that got a good little bit of love and reception on the Twitter. And actually one of the I think it was Matt Jackson Out of Context accounts actually just reposted it today, so Saturday. So that was really nice because like I posted it I think 6 days ago and it got a good bit of traffic. And then with that repost it got a little bit more. So, makes me happy and maybe one day I'll get a design on a Young Bucks shirt. But aside from that, I mean nothing overly crazy eventful happened. Just I'm very proud of myself and I've, gotten a new favorite drawing that I did. So I feel like that's a good win for Lyssie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So how was your week? Anything fun, interesting happen? I know you got a couple things in the mail you might want to talk about, but
yeah, work is work.
Work is work.
Work is work. Taking care of the podcasting notes and stuff throughout the week is work too. But our cat's licking himself right now.
I don't think they could hear it.
Kind of just threw me right off a loop there for a minute.
Hi, Ghost.
But yeah, I got a few figures in the mail. I ordered some stuff too, things that I shouldn't be spending money on, but bad habits and stuff.
It's okay, I accidentally bought a t-shirt, so.
I accidentally bought a few things, but the few things that I did get in the mail, I got, our roommate Cody, his Christmas present from me finally came. I got him the Brody King figure because he's not a wrestling fan at all.
No.
He is not. Like, he knows Rey Mysterio. That's about it.
He loved Rey Mysterio when he was a kid.
But, like, he doesn't watch wrestling. But he really loves hardcore music, and he likes God's Hate, and Brody King is the lead singer of God's Hate.
He has a bumper sticker that says, I'd rather be listening to God's Hate by God's Hate off the album God's Hate.
Yeah. So I remember I told him the one time, I was like, Brody King is gonna an action figure for AEW. And he was like, oh, that would be cool to have. Like, I don't care that it's a wrestling figure. Like, I think it'd just be cool to have a God's Hate figure. Yeah. So I was like, fuck it. Order for Christmas. He really liked it.
Yeah, it finally showed up after months.
And also my Christmas gifts finally showed up for months after my stepmom and dad ordered me. I got the CM Punk Ring of Honor figure. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah, finally. Great. We're going to have to throw that up as well. Then I got the Pat McAfee WrestleMania 40 figure. I wanted Pat McAfee really bad. And then I totally forgot that I ordered this because this was like months ago. I got the CM Punk Retro Micro Brawler as well. And the stuff that I ordered, I actually had to write down because I had a whole list of like links. I got I pre-ordered an Abraham Lincoln Micro Brawler.
You were so excited about that last week. Like, literally, you mentioned it last week on the podcast that it existed.
Yeah.
To the point where you interrupted me talking about my very deep-rooted love for Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. You're like, that's cool. Anyway, Abraham fucking Lincoln.
I just think it's funny. It's him in a singlet and cool. Top hat. So
he was a wrestler,
and those are my favorite things to collect. Fun fact: like every figure hunter has like their favorite like figures. Like, oh, I like collecting the Elites. I like collecting the San Francisco toy companies. I like collecting the Bone Crunchers. I like collecting the Micro Brawlers.
See, I don't know if I necessarily have a specific figure that I like collecting the most.
And the Jack Specific.
But I like really niche things. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be figures. Like, any sort of, like, niche... Oh, well, I hope that didn't just fuck something up. Ghost. Sorry, my phone is plugged in right now, and Ghost is... Yep.
Oh, man. Is it still rolling?
It is still rolling. That's okay.
This is the funniest thing ever.
Everything is totally fine. My cat just ruined our day.
This podcast is falling apart. And
quite literally.
Lyssie's gonna have to fix everything now.
Yep, that's fine. Anyway, so I like really niche stuff. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be wrestling figures, just like really out there or odd wrestling merchandise. So like, for example, again, I've fallen back into wrestling back in like 2020. So I missed the entire Bullet Club era. When it was at its height. I sold a lot of the stuff because I worked at Hot Topic during 2016 to 2018. So I sold a lot of the shit. But I didn't buy any of it because I wasn't into it. So I missed out on a lot of really cool fucking niche stuff that we got and that was available. And I regret it very heavily because now it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, that's what I like. I like the weird shit. Like, there's a Bullet Club watch out there. I don't wear watches. I would have bought it.
You're just
Hands
gonna buy
down,
it.
would have fucking bought it just because it's cool. Like, I don't know. I like shit like that. Ghost, get the fuck away from the wires. You have lost your privileges.
I also ordered a New Japan Pro Wrestling hoodie because I made myself like a promise like a year ago or 2 years ago. I was like, I'm just gonna get a bunch of like wrestling promotion hoodies. I got what hoodies do I got? I got an ECW, a CZW,
GCW, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, Ring of Honor.
I mean, I have FTR, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I love hoodies.
Yeah, I'm a hoodie guy.
I need an FMW hoodie.
I am a hoodie guy. Ghost, you need to get away
That
from
would
the
be
wires.
nice.
You have lost all of your privileges of being near them.
Ghost is making this podcast fall apart.
He's an asshole. I love him. He's my baby boy. But he is such a bitch and a diva, just like me.
Anyway, let's get into some wrestling news from the week. Let's start with AEW not stopping matches when wrestlers get hurt, but it's okay. Other promotions do it too. Because there was a thing that happened on Rampage of Sammy Guevara hitting shooting star press on Jeff Hardy, and his knee whacked him, and the match didn't even stop. AEW has done it before, the Jon Moxley Ray Phoenix match. There's so many others that I really can't think of right now.
I think I could recall one time, and that was the Hangman situation.
Oh yeah, the Hangman. Yeah. No, they stopped the Hangman.
No, I'm saying when they stopped it.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I could recall off the top of my head. Not saying there wasn't other ones that they did stop it, but that's the one that sticks out the most if they stopped that match.
I think like when Lance Archer injured his neck, they took it home like a minute after that, but like just stop it. Like if someone like I see like even like just stuff botchamania. I think one happened in another indie promotion too. Guy literally landed on his head, and like the guy was on the top rope still trying to do whatever he wanted to do, and it was like we need to stop the match if that happens.
Yeah.
Like,
and like I kind of felt bad because I gave WWE so much shit for when I think it was the cage match. It was Finn Balor and Edge, and he threw the ladder at Finn Balor, and he started bleeding, and they like freaked out and like were stopping the match. Or didn't like fully stop it, but they temporarily stopped it to like give him staples or glue or whatever. And I'm like, oh, God forbid there's blood in a WWE ring. What a load of fucking horse shit. And then I saw the picture of his head, and I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm so sorry. I'm a fucking asshole.
Yeah. In just my opinion, if shit goes awry, especially in the head neck area, just stop the match.
Yeah, I mean, especially head neck area, yes. I mean, stop the match or like definitely finish it up very quickly. You know what I mean?
Newsflash, it's a work. Like, just it's not worth your life. Just fucking stop it.
Well, yeah, but then you could also look at fucking Punk, who hurt his tricep in the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble. I don't know why the fuck I said it like that.
You can just look at Cody wrestling a whole match.
You can look at Cody, and it's like, it's like you have to take your body seriously. You know what I mean? Like, you only get one body, and that sounds fucking stupid. But like, I mean, people work hurt all the time, and I'm not saying it's a good thing to do. I'm just saying, like, unfortunately, it's something that is almost, I feel like wrestlers are used to doing now.
Flashback to last episode, I wrestled the whole match on a broken foot.
Yeah, like it's like you shouldn't do it.
No.
At all. And it more falls on the company's shoulders than the individual, because the company should step in at that point and be like, hey, but unfortunately these people are like too accustomed to it, I guess, and just do it anyway, and I think that's really fucking stupid.
It just goes with same thing. It kind of just falls into like Kota Ibushi. He has all these injuries, and like I think his recovery time is like
6 months.
6 months to a year. He wants to come back in 3.
Yeah, he's fucking ridiculous, and he's not a bright man.
Yeah, no.
I love him. I love Kota Ibushi so fucking much, but Jesus fucking Christ, like Kenny took the time to heal himself up and get back into ring ready action. He should take some advice from his boyfriend.
Yeah,
like, you two, like, just go heal together and go enjoy some, like, fucking dates or something. I don't know. Like, just please put yourself first.
Yeah, Coda is not a bright man. And you know who also isn't a bright man? And is
Me.
also a crybaby and a
Me.
little fucking bitch.
Me.
Dave Meltzer.
I'm not Dave Meltzer.
You're not. Thank God. 'Cause you'd be sitting here with, actually, well, change of plans. Anyway, fuck you, Dave, for never giving Kurt Angle a 5-star match. How the fuck do you not give Kurt Angle a 5-star match? Anyway, let's talk about Dave Meltzer crying about the Young Bucks. And then we will talk about Dave editing this week's Wrestler Observer newsletter. He edited something that he wrote because he knew he was wrong. Anyway,
You know, I cry about the Young Bucks too, but it's a good thing.
I got screenshots that I need to pull up from the good old Bird app. I think it starts here. Yep, it starts here. Okay, let's read this. I think there is a...
There's so much words.
No, there's two screenshots I had to take.
Okay, good.
So, Dave Meltzer was not impressed with the references to Cody Rhodes and Jim Cornette during AEW Dynamite. I thought that Darby Allin interview was so counterproductive. I couldn't believe it. They ended that show last week with a hot angle. He comes back and his blood is all over these guys' jackets. Never brings it up. They beat up Sting's sons with a baseball bat. Never brings it up. They beat up Sting and him with a baseball bat. Bloodied him up. Never brings it up. Basically, his interview was to get over Cody Rhodes, the biggest star in WWE, or the biggest babyface. That interview was so Russo. And even using the Cornette vernacular, like they're trying to make Cornette into the babyface. Damn right.
Damn wrong, but continue.
When all he does is shit on that product, which is great for Cornette. That's funny that he admitted that. But it's like, what the hell are you doing with this all friends wrestling? What's that supposed to mean? And going like, you guys didn't want me? You wanted Brandon Cutler, your buddy? It was a different EVP that brought me in, and it's not Kenny Omega. So they all start chanting Cody. Why did they even shoot that angle last week? Tell me, why did they shoot the angle? If they're gonna ignore it next week, they made no mention of it in the whole interview.
So my brain is fried from listening to that, even though I knew about this. So let's just start like very verbatim, I guess. Maybe that's not the right word, but let's just... So first of all, he didn't even mention Cody. I mean, it was clear, because I'm glad there was an EVP here with the brain. I'm not talking about Kenny. Obviously, the only other one is Cody. But didn't mention him by name, whatever. But he mentioned that once. He mentioned that one time. There was, like, that was it. It wasn't Darby Allin going out there and being like, these EVPs suck. Also, Kenny sucks, even though his butthole's fucking broken. Cody Rhodes. Whoa, Cody Rhodes. I love Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is my favorite president of the United States. It was not that, in the slightest. And I mean, bringing up the fucking Cornette slander that he always throws in the product and always throws at the Bucks is just shit that the Bucks already fucking do. They always do that. They always fucking poke at the bullshit that's being said about them online to make people angry and to feed into what people want them to act like that, or what they think that they act like. That's quite literally just what they do. And not only did the Young Bucks approve this promo, but also Darby approved this promo. So, like, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were going out to say. This should not come as any sort of surprise. And along with that, the Bucks have been wearing those bloody suits for the past 3 appearances they have been on television. I don't think anyone forgets. I don't think they're ignoring it. They're quite literally walking around with their blood on their fucking bodies. It's very fucking clear. And shaving their beard into the fucking sting beard that they have going on. Like, it's very apparent what they're doing and putting it right in front of your fucking face for everyone to see. Nobody forgot about it. Darby didn't forget about it. The fans didn't. Sting didn't. It's so abundantly fucking clear that it almost doesn't need to be said. You know what I mean? But I digress.
Dave's feelings were hurt.
It's like, I don't know if he's mad about...
I hope he is, because it's just funny.
I don't know if he's mad, because clearly he's upset with whatever the fuck Darby said, but I also don't know if he's, like, mad because the Young Bucks didn't do anything or whatever. I don't know.
How dare Darby Allin make fun of my friends?
First of all, if you're gonna
Grr, I'm gonna give him 6-star match at Revolution.
if you're gonna dick ride without a license, the Young Bucks, take it from me and actually know what the fuck you're talking about for once, instead of like this is so, like, Bucks 101. This is so cut and dry clear, like, you cannot have it any fucking clearer.
I'm just happy Dave Meltzer is just being a crybaby, because it just makes for fucking great content.
I just don't understand what he's mad about. Like, no matter, like, I heard this, and I've read this, and I still don't fucking understand it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. But I would think that my bias of the two EVPs would also reciprocate with Dave's. Because we're supposed to both be biased about them. But it doesn't. In the slightest. Because he's...
Dave's a fucking idiot. He always been a fucking idiot. Just like... So, Dave Meltzer supposedly edited this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter and deleted the original report. It was completely made up. So, this is what Dave said, and it's been since deleted or edited or whatever, because it was completely made up, because Dave got worked. At the Mania press conference on February 8th in Las Vegas, Triple H talked about guys going into business for themselves, with the idea Rock was going against the planned script. Later they filmed a segment which didn't air on television, but was all over social media, where Triple H and Rock went nose to nose and actually challenged each other for a match at Mania. Although it was, they would love to each other before, that's what it says, before a giant crowd at a WrestleMania. Without the idea, it was this specific one. Given Triple H's heart issues, such a match would seem to be impossible, and virtually everyone believed that to be the case. Did anyone see this segment? And he's referring to reports that it was going to be Triple H and The Rock at WrestleMania, when, how the fuck is that going to happen, Dave, when Triple H has heart issues? You dumbass.
Well, also, like, okay, I will be the first to say it that I am, like, perpetually online, but, like, kind of normal about it sometimes. And if there was a clip surfacing social media, especially on Twitter, on wrestling Twitter, it would have blown the fuck up, and I never saw a clip. And also, like, not only just the heart issues thing, but, like, we don't need to see Triple H wrestle anymore.
We don't need to see Triple H versus The Rock.
No. Why would this even have been an idea and a segment to, I mean, sure, corporate against corporate, I guess.
No, that's when you can do The Rock, because The Rock still wants to wrestle. That's why you just do what you're doing, like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins are the Triple H guys, and the Bloodline.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, you know, the one guy in the office, then the other guy in the office that's trying to push his weight around, yada, yada, yada. But also, I feel like if you were to go into that angle of the one guy in the office trying to push his weight around and get whatever he wants is also not the good look that WWE should be having right now.
You know what? I think Triple H and The Rock should have a match, but just hear me out. I think it should be a hair versus hair match.
I think that is probably the absolute best idea I've ever heard in my life, and I cannot see how this wouldn't happen or go wrong.
Yeah.
Not in the slightest.
I see it. Anyway, anything else to say about this, Lyssie?
Look, I mean, Meltzer...
He's an idiot.
I don't hate Meltzer. Like, I don't adamantly hate him.
He's a dumbass.
But it's very hard to take him seriously, and, like, there's stuff that, like, I'll see him report on that I could be like, okay, I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but, like, there might be a little bit of something to this. But I feel like 9 times out of 10, it's just kind of yelling into a void. And
I don't trust the man that's never given Kurt Angle 5 stars.
I just kind of, I don't know, I don't pay attention to him much anymore. But I do think that his little tangent, well, also, he went on, which I don't think you wrote down. He also went on to say that after the segment with Darby and the Bucks, the morale in the backstage was low and everyone was getting into like arguments and shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I think that's funny. I think what he was referring to was Cutler on Twitter, because if you're unaware of anything going on, if you're unaware of anything going on social media wise with the Bucks and Cutler is like the sources close to the Young Bucks say, and then is just going off on like nonsense and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure Cutler said something about like, people backstage are feeling a certain way after this promo and whatnot. And I think he took it from that and he was like, oh my God, well, if Brandon said it, and it's like, dude, if Brandon said it, don't trust it right now as like legitimacy, because do you not know what the fuck he's doing?
Dave is an idiot.
But yeah, so I mean, I also saw that he was saying that, but I think that had to come off with the Cutler shit, which is really fucking funny if that's what happened. I don't know that for a fact. I didn't see confirmation of that. I'm just assuming, but that's really fucking funny if that is what happened.
Anyway, it's time to continue the TNA Scott D'Amore saga. There's more? There has been more sagas this week.
Okay.
What I have here is the TNA roster fighting for the honor of Scott D'Amore. They wrote a letter to Anthem about Scott D'Amore, and I'm going to read it verbatim here.
That is a huge fucking letter.
It is a huge letter.
Oh, we're going to be here for a while.
Yes, we are.
Dylan, shut up.
Len and Scott, you fucking assholes. It doesn't say that part. TNA Impact is not just our employer and the company for which we work. It is a family. A family that each of us has grown to love and cherish and trust, lip ring, with our bodies and our careers. A family for which we deeply and that desire above all else to protect. We are deeply saddened by the decision to remove Scott D'Amore from TNA family. Scott is a brilliant wrestling mind that has guided this company and has it positioned to take to the next step upward in the industry. Scott is also so much more than this. He is a trusted friend, confident, teacher, advisor, brother, and mentor to so many within the TNA Impact family. Scott has been the heart of the TNA Impact family for over 2 decades. Len and Anthem have been instrumental in supporting and building this company back from the ground up. The contributions of Len and Anthem have never gone unnoticed by anyone in the company, and we want to make sure Len knows this. Well, at least they're being nice about that. TNA simply put would not have survived without Len and Anthem, not just financially, but the undying faith in Scott and us to revive the company that was on the brink of death. Len and Anthem are the foundation that you motherfucker. I pissed on my notes.
This is why we don't read the whole goddamn letter.
Okay. In other news, they pretty much wrote a letter to Len and Anthem, pretty much just being like, yo, we don't agree. We don't hate you guys, but we just don't agree with firing Scott D'Amore.
They really said, we're not mad, we're just disappointed.
Yeah, bro, we are a little disappointed. How dare you do that? It sucks, but there's also news. I don't know how true it is because there's been, it's been he said she said bullshit. Tommy Dreamer is supposedly in possession of the book in TNA now, which is cool.
I don't know how to feel about it.
You gotta be optimistic. It's Tommy Dreamer. Just turn it in the ECW. We'll be fine. We're going to the ECW arena in March for a TNA show. It's gonna be fucking wild. I'm excited. I'm still gonna support TNA because I think Scott D'Amore wouldn't want people to give up on TNA.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't know. We'll have to see with Tommy Dreamer. I'm not too sure about this, but again, I don't want to be a negative Nancy about it and just be like, this is gonna be the worst fucking thing that's ever happened in wrestling. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So, I mean, it's cool that they wrote a letter. Maybe it'll do something, and I don't know, but it's tough going up like against a huge company like that that's trying to take over your company. You know what I mean? So
I just can't believe they just out of the blue. Bye, Scott. Like, oh man.
Well, out of the blue to everyone. I mean, he kind of knew, but
yeah, that's what they say.
Anywho,
the biggest news of the week. The biggest news of the week.
What's the news?
Post Malone will be a playable character in WWE 2K24.
I love Post Malone. I love Post Malone so much with my whole heart. That man that hopefully will start making country music, because I want to fucking square dance to it.
I'm not gonna lie, he kind of picked kind of a an soundtrack for it. Turnstile's on there, which is cool. I was checking out some of it. There's some Doom band on there, which is fucking wild.
Like a Doom metal band?
Yeah.
Or, okay. I was like, or do you mean MF Doom?
No,
like,
not MF Doom. It's all over the place, but they'll probably...
Or the band Doom.
No, not the band Doom. Not the band Doom. I'll probably just put a bunch of wrestling themes as the soundtrack. But Post Malone as a playable character will be fun. He's gonna finish his story before Cody in my universe.
I can't wait to play as Post Malone and ride the elevators.
Yeah?
That's all I want to do in this game. I just want to go up and down the elevators as Post Malone.
Anyway, let's talk about wrestling that we watched this week.
Okay, what did we watch?
We didn't watch Monday Night Raw.
We didn't,
because we watched New Japan Pro Wrestling, the new beginning in Osaka. We only watched 2 matches, though. The 2 matches that we really wanted to see. One match got rated over 5 stars, and the other one that should have been 5 stars didn't get 5 stars because Dave Meltzer's an idiot. And that match is the Bullet Club War Dogs versus United Empire in a steel cage match.
This match had me terrified.
This match was fucking beautiful.
The ending of this match specifically had me actually scared.
Cinema.
Like, I was... And not, like, scared as in, like, I'm watching this horror movie and,
Well, tell people what happened.
So they pull up, like, everything on the fucking ring. Like, the mats, the fucking, the canvas.
You see the boards.
You see the boards. And now... I never really thought about how the boards in, what was it, a 20 by 20?
Yeah.
They have in a 20 by 20 sit. I was like, are they either, they have to be very long boards. No, they don't. They're smaller boards. Not smaller, but like maybe 10 by 10.
They're like cut in half.
And they're cut in half, and it's like, it looks like there's 4 little subsections to where they go. And these boards were popping up and falling.
It was wild.
During this match. To the point where people are, like, tripping and falling through the ring. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, luckily everyone was safe and fine and did not get injured. But I, like, watching it, I'm like, I'm so fucking scared somebody is going to fall and hit, like, a metal beam. Or break their leg or something. But overall, it was a very, 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 very good match.
My new favorite match of all time, in my opinion. That's just me.
I like how the cage was set up with the space around it.
Like an FMW cage.
Like an FMW cage. And I like the storytelling in it a lot. I'm gonna sound like such a fucking bitch. I actually started crying a little bit during it. At the very end with Ospreay and everything. I was like, it was so emotional. I cried a little bit at the beginning with him, with his entrance and everything. And the whole crowd doing the Ospreay. And I was like, this is sad. Like, this is great and awesome because he's moving on and going to AEW and everything. And that's great. And I'm sure he'll pop his head back in with the working relationship and whatnot. I'm sure they'll still do some stuff. But, like, it was like, wow, this is real. Like, this shit's fucking happening. Like, holy shit. But yeah, fantastic match, great storytelling. I love storytelling, and I love blood. So it really had everything that I look for in a match. Tears, blood, and storytelling.
Dave Finley's the GOAT, bro. I like David Finley.
I don't know about that.
What's your opinion on David Finley and Bullet Club War Dogs? I fucking love it.
Don't have enough of an opinion.
I fucking love it.
The dude with the chairs was cool.
Yeah?
I can't remember his name.
I think that was Gabe Kidd.
Sure.
Gabe kid.
When he came out, when he was a big strong boy with the chairs.
Big strong boy with the chairs.
And
you liked Clark Connors.
Oh, I did. I did like him.
Clark Connors.
But I don't know. Dave Finlay doesn't really do it for me.
I fucking love Dave Finlay.
Do it for me. I mean, I don't really know. Like, he's fine. TJP was cool.
TJP, yeah.
I like him a lot. But yeah, no. I mean, it was just brutal.
It was. And let's move on to a technical masterpiece from that same show. Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr., the rematch from Wrestle Dream.
You know, I saw people, and I actually was complaining about this at work the other day. I saw people online, on the internet, complaining about that match, and they were like just saying some shit like, wow, you guys actually really watch this shit and think it's fucking good.
Oh, because they're slapping each other?
And it's like, no, not even, like, I don't even know if it was necessarily just that. It was just people being like, you really thought this was good fucking wrestling? And I'm like, you seem like the same type of fucking people who would complain about the flippy indie bullshit. Literally, what do you want?
Yeah.
Because this is, like, in modern day, the most technical fucking shit you could be getting right now.
Yeah.
And it's a complete contrast of, like, flippy indie whatever bullshit. So, like, that makes me think it's just the people that only watch WWE and only know the WWE style and think that's the only wrestling that could ever fucking exist. Because I don't know what these fucking people want, because this match was so fucking good. It was so goddamn fucking good.
It was better than the first match. The first match was good, but this one was great.
Well, again, I'll always say you can, I mean, not necessarily say that, like, you know, they did more stuff that you can get away with overseas, but you can get away with a lot more in Japan. And like you were saying when we were watching it, you can get away with having longer matches over in Japan.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah, so they had
King's Road style, strong style.
Yeah, they had the time to just do literally whatever the fuck they wanted. So, you know, it was great. You know, I feel like that extra amount of time really helped a lot with it. But yeah, absolute fucking technical masterpiece. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And anyone who wants to argue it, just shut the fuck up. Just simply shut the fuck up. I don't care about your opinions on wrestling if you think that fucking match was bad. Like, shut up. Broaden your horizons. And, I don't know, maybe watch another promotion once in a blue moon. Or watch clips on Twitter of different fucking wrestling, because if you are so just absorbed into one style and one promotion, you are missing the fuck out and you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, fucking stupid fucking shit.
I know a few people like that, and I hate talking to them about wrestling.
Yeah.
Because it's like, bro, you don't even fucking watch wrestling.
It's yeah. And I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, look, I have coworkers and friends, and I would say more so friend-wise, like of said coworkers that, you know, like WWE more than they like AEW, and they predominantly only watch that and shit, and that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you know, it is what it is, but they also, you know, will see stuff on the internet of other things and go, wow, that's fucking cool, or wow, I really like this, or they'll also educate themselves on other wrestlers. And it's like, you can have your preferences to what you like, but don't just go and say something else is shit because it's not, like, it's just not the thing you watch, because it doesn't make it shit, it just means you don't like it, which again, is fine, but you don't need to go and act like a Billy fucking badass about it. Like, it is what it is.
I just want to see a springboard cutter.
Oh, Dylan.
Oh, man, moving on to Dynamite and what we saw. A few things to talk about, like a really good match. Jon Moxley's been having good matches as of late. And it was against Dax Harwood of FTR.
Crop top Dax.
They beat the fuck out of each other.
Crop top Dax.
They also kissed each other.
First of all, I love when men wear crop tops, and I love when men kiss.
That was wild. That came out of nowhere in the match.
So fucking good.
I was like, okay.
Like, I don't care. More kissing in wrestling. It needs to fucking happen.
I think the only complaint I had from this match is when they did the pile driver, and I was like, and of course, that's not the fucking finish.
I think my complaint was more so when Dax took the pile driver and had to kick out.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm sitting there, and Dax is just like, oh my god, what have I done? Like he's just like, oh no, I can't believe I just did that. That was supposed to be the damn finish.
Jon Moxley, for a while, was just having fucking garbage literal garbage matches, but it just wasn't good. Like people, and that was a time where everyone was like, he's the best in the world. It's like, no, actually, no, he's not. He's been having good matches as of late. Ever since his match with Eddie at World's End, he's been having good matches as of late.
My opinion on Mox always flip-flops. Because, like, I like Moxley.
I've always liked Jon Moxley. I always have. But,
like,
man.
I like him. I think he's a great wrestler. But I just get really tired of seeing him really fast.
Yeah.
And it's not like... It's not like, you know, not that I don't think he deserves the spotlight, because I think he does. But it's also just kind of like, okay, like, can we get something a little bit different or a little bit more in depth? Like, I love Blackpool Combat Club. But can we get something a bit more in depth with them than just aside from let's go out and wreck shit? Like, and I like let's go out and wreck shit, but to like a certain degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what's the end game of Blackpool Combat Club?
Like that's what they're doing right now is just let's go out and beat the piss out of people because we're dominant, scary, angry men who like to make people hurt. And like that's cool, but
it shouldn't even be called Blackpool Combat Club. William Regal isn't there anymore.
We're still paying respects to William Regal.
Just call it
he in kayfabe AEW he passed away.
He did.
Okay,
MJF
killed him. He had the whole video of, hey, just in case something bad happens to me, LOL. Here you guys go. So like quite literally in the AEW kayfabe he is dead.
Listen.
So it is the respect of their mentor.
I think for the fans, one time only is the only time I'll ask you.
I don't want to
do the William Regal impression.
First of all, it's not a William Regal impersonation. It is just a shit British accent.
Do it.
Which is so disrespectful.
Come on, talk to Excalibur. Come on.
I don't even know what the fuck.
Man in the Mask, Sunshine Cupcake. Come on.
No.
Come on, one time.
Oh, are we not gonna move on until I do this?
We're not moving on because I'm the host. One time.
Oh, Man in the Mask. Oh, my scrumdiddly-umptious sugar plum fairy, how are you?
We're gonna clip that, and that's how we're promoting this episode.
That's it. You're not getting any more. It's a terrible British accent. I can't do a British accent. I did it.
Speaking of British accents, bruv.
Oh, I can't.
No, don't say that on the podcast.
Oh, dude, fuck shit, piss, cunt. I don't give a
stop
shit.
It.
It's fine. We're not getting monetized. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, Will Ospreay versus Takeshita announced for Revolution. That'll probably be Will Ospreay's AEW debut as a contracted wrestler.
I mean, at the very least, it's probably gonna be his first match.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll show up with the Don Callis family, which also...
The Don Callis family's gonna turn on him.
We also need more depth about the Don Callis family, because we have very good wrestlers in there, like Ospreay and Takeshita and Hobbs and my boy Kyle
they're
Fletcher.
Stuck in the Jericho-verse, and that makes me scared. That's why Ospreay's debuting and stuff.
No. They're not, because Jericho is out with Fozzy right now.
Oh, is he?
He's gone.
Oh, cool.
So he's gone for a while. So the
good.
Jericho-verse is on pause, on hold, so we could just do other things now.
Oh,
which is
That's
great.
Good.
Which is probably going to be the Don Callis family turning on Will Ospreay, and then we're going to have a storyline there. But
That'll help all of them out, though.
Jericho's out dressing up like fucking Bowie.
Oh, I just thought that was on the cruise.
Well, it was. But like I'm sure he's still going to do it again. So yeah, he's out doing his Fozzy shit.
Oh, okay, cool.
So Jericho-verse is temporarily on hold, thank fucking God. But yeah, no, I'm very excited about this match because I love Takeshita and I love Ospreay, and I want Takeshita to have a bigger spotlight than what he's getting because he's getting overshadowed by the Jericho-verse and other fucking bullshit, and he is such a goddamn fucking tank. A tank, and him and Ospreay are gonna beat the fucking piss out of each other, and I'm so goddamn happy.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, you know what was a really good match?
What?
Willow Nightingale versus Sky Blue. From Dynamite.
Oh, we already talked about that.
Yeah, we already talked about...
I was like, excuse me.
We already talked about Darby's promo.
I was like, we missed something, but no, we already covered that.
But Willow versus Sky Blue.
Yes.
What a match.
Yes, it was very... I was in and out of watching it. I don't mean to like sound like a jerk. Same thing with the last match we'll be talking about. Because I was texting Christine, so I was like kind of like watching and texting her back and forth, so I might have missed some stuff, but nonetheless, absolutely fan-fucking-tastic, and I'm glad that Willow Nightingale has grown on you, because you've been wrong for a very goddamn long time.
I think ever since she went to Japan, I started liking her.
You were like an avid Willow hater.
I just was like, it's too much.
And you were so wrong about that because it's not. It is the
much.
perfect amount.
Oh, now I love it.
She is happy and she beats the piss out of people. And she's so good at doing it.
And Sky Blue's great.
Sky Blue's always been great. Always been great. I mean, same thing with Willow in my opinion. I missed the ending of this. Did anything happen with Sky and Julia?
I don't remember. I just remember them having a really good match.
Okay, that's fair. Because I like the story going in with like Julia and Sky and everything. That's really cool. They're having like kind of a little off branch of the House of Black with women's division. Like that's really fun. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see where this is going because I know Chris and Willow also are with Stokely now, which is hilarious. And I
think Stokely got involved or something in the match.
Yeah, I think he got involved to help Willow win.
Yeah, see, I wrote down a match and I don't even know the fucking finish.
And,
what's the fucking finish?
And so that's fun. But yeah, I know that they're kind of like, Sky, why the fuck are you with Julia and not our friend anymore? Like they're still kind of going with that thing a little bit. So yeah, I'm hoping for like a tag match between them on at Revolution.
Anyway, they were in Texas on Wednesday, so they had to have an annual Texas death match. The most random fucking... I don't know. Jeff Hardy versus Jeff Jarrett was a very random one, too.
That wasn't really... I wouldn't classify that.
That was something.
That was a Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match.
Anyway, Orange Cassidy versus Matt Taven in a Texas death match. A random Texas death match. Matt Taven took a wild table bump, and the finish sucked.
Yeah, so again, I was in and out of this one, because I was busy talking to Christine, so I was kind of, a little bit more important to me, which sounds weird, but, friendship. So, like, I have a unfair bias on any Texas death match that AEW does anymore, because we saw Lance Archer and Hangman's Texas death match live.
It's not even a true Texas death match. The true stipulation to a Texas death match is a pinfall followed up by a 10 count. They just do it last man standing. That always bothers me. It will continue to bother me. Just do the right rules. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, so I have a bias because I love both Hangman and Lance Archer a lot. And they fucking brutalized each other. Like, they took the ropes down and shit. Hangman did a buckshot lariat off the referee over the ropes. Like, and then Lance Archer went through a table. Like,
we saw that one live, didn't we?
We did see that. I just said that. Yeah, we saw that live.
Okay.
And it was insane. So, I mean, again, like, I don't think anything's ever gonna top that. That doesn't necessarily mean the match was bad. I did like the little heart-shaped chocolates from Chuck. That was a bunch of thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Like, that was fun. Like, they did fun stuff in there. But it was fine. Like, it was a fine match. I mean, again, my bias comes in.
I'm Matt Taven.
I'm Matt Taven.
Anyway, let's move on to the one thing that was pretty interesting on SmackDown, and that is Hollywood Rock is now part of the Bloodline, but also a part of Bullet Club. Because he was holding up the finger.
I saw some dumbass on Twitter say, like, oh, it's like WWE knows what they're doing. It's right in front of us. Look, The Rock held up a gun sign. And Cody did the gun sign at the Rumble. And I'm like, you stupid, pretentious motherfucker. What did he do before the gun? He did two sweets. So it was $2, one Kenny, bada bing, bada boom, see you at Mania, fucking Roman. Like, you dumb motherfucker. He did that last year, too. So, no.
Anyway,
no.
There's a cool little Easter egg in this promo that I didn't notice until you watch it back. The Rock says, I'm going to make sure you walk out of WrestleMania as the loser, and he pointed at Roman when he said it. Like, he was pointing when he was talking, and, like, when he said loser, he pointed at Roman. So it's kind of like a cool, like, oh, that's cool foreshadowing if that actually happened.
That's foreshadowing, not an incorrect hand sign that The Rock just, for some reason... Well, The Rock, clearly from this promo... had not watched the product. Like,
I think that was the whole
yeah,
point.
kayfabe-wise has not watched the fucking product in years. Because he's like, what is his story? I don't know what his story is. His story is that he's a big loser and a crybaby. And, like...
completely ignoring Cody won the Rumble, like, all of this.
Again, following my theory that the only person who knows what the fuck is ever going on in WWE is Kevin Owens. Like, the only person that knows what's going on. But, no, like, so clearly hasn't gotten the memo, didn't do the finger point right, whatever. But no, that is very interesting and fun foreshadowing, and hopefully it's true, because if Cody loses at Mania, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to become unhinged, I'm going to tear through my walls, and I'm going to eat the insulation, because I am so fucking sick of it. I'm sick of it. Just give the man his goddamn fucking belt. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of this story.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I think Cody should win.
He deserves to win.
Anyway. What do you think about The Rock being the bloodline? Supposedly, spoiler alerts on they kind of explain, like, what his role is going to be in the bloodline. Roman's the tribal chief. The Rock is the high chief, which he actually is. In real life, he is a high chief.
Okay.
So he's the high chief of the bloodline. What do you think about this? I like it. It's Hollywood Rock. I wish they would bring back the Hollywood Rock theme.
Not to sound ignorant, but what does that mean?
He's obvious. Roman's the tribal chief. He is the chief of the tribe. And The Rock...
No, I know that. What's
is
the
the
Rock?
high chief. Roman is almost there.
Oh, so he's like Roman's boss.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so he's like the DM, if you would.
Yeah.
He's like the district manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Roman's the store manager. And fucking Jimmy's the fucking key holder.
No, Solo's the assistant manager.
Yeah,
sorry.
Solo's the assistant.
What's Heyman?
Oh, Heyman is just...
He's HR.
Yeah, Heyman's HR.
Heyman's HR.
There we go. Fucking...
And Jimmy's the key holder, and Jay's fired.
Jay was the disgruntled employee.
Jay was promoted to customer.
Yeah. He left to get a better job. It didn't pay well. His hours were being cut. He's like, fuck this, I'm done.
Oh no.
Same thing with Sammy.
Oh no.
And Sammy was also that guy.
Sammy was the mascot.
No, like, so
Sammy was the mascot.
Not to be all stereotypical, but like Hot Topic, a bunch of emos worked there. Sammy was that country bumpkin working at fucking Hot Topic.
We never had one.
But I'm just saying, like, if
No, okay. Sammy was me at Zoomies because I didn't skateboard.
You didn't skateboard.
So, yeah. Sammy was me at Zoomies because I was the only person who didn't fucking skateboard.
But you
in that
probably
store.
pretended that you knew.
I knew some stuff, and I learned how to build a board, which was very fucking fun. I loved working at Zoomies. It was great. But okay, so I mean, sure, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. The thing is, after the Jay and Sammy shit with the bloodline, I stopped caring. Like, I don't really give a shit what they're doing. I'm bored of it, and it goes back to what I've said before about Roman, is I feel like, realistically, nobody cares about Roman, and they care about everything that's going on around Roman. Like, Roman is the least interesting thing about the bloodline. It's just everybody else. Which, like, I am more entertained by the things that Paul Heyman is doing to praise Roman than anything that Roman's fucking saying or doing, or any, and his matches are boring and stale. And yeah, so like, I don't know, maybe The Rock will add a little bit of something to it, but also I feel like the promo that Rock cut was kind of dated. And, like, I don't mean that to sound like, you know...
I think it was supposed to be.
I think so, too, but, like, it just felt wrong. Like, I don't know.
Funny.
Like, I don't know if this is just quite literally, like, Rock playing into not being a part or watching the product for the past 20 years or something.
I think it's just... I think what they're doing is... Well, one, Rock not bringing up, like, Cody winning the Rumble. That's literally... There you go. There's Cody's response for Monday. Mm-hmm. If he cuts a promo on Monday. There's Cody's response. But I think they're also just playing up of Rock is on the board and he's just coming and pushing his weight around. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was just a dated promo and it wasn't bad. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, The Rock can't talk. But it was just like, I don't know. It quite literally feels like we just he just has since not watched wrestling since 2004, and now 20 years later, he's just like, everything is clearly the same, and nothing has happened at all ever since. I don't know who these people are, but clearly they were here when I was here last, and they had to have been jobbers or something, because I don't know who these people are. So I don't know. He feels like a time capsule. I guess that's the best way of putting it. He's like a time capsule of a person.
Anyway, let's talk about time. Because I'll be probably waking up to watch this at 5 a.m.
When is this?
Next Saturday.
Oh, before I go into work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Elimination
lose
Chamber.
it. I'm gonna lose my
in
mind.
Australia. 5 a.m. start time.
I wonder if I can get away with rewatching it at work.
You will. It's on Peacock.
Well, no, I know, but I mean, like,
You can put it on.
well, no, what I'm saying is, like, sometimes, like, my coworkers like to go home and, like, do watch parties and stuff, so I don't want to, like, put it on and spoil the whole thing for them, and then they go home and then do a watch party, you know what I mean?
You guys can watch it all together that day.
Well, kind of. Also, there is a very high chance that Boss Man will come over and tell us to turn it off. And not because he doesn't like wrestling, because he does love wrestling. But I think, what the fuck did we have on? I think we had Mania on. Yeah, we had Mania on around this time last year because we had a flash sale. I think it was night 1 of Mania. And we ran late. And our boss came over and he was like, turn this off. I don't want it to get spoiled. But then he left for the night, so I put it on anyway. And I was like, fuck you, I'm watching this. If I'm going to be here an extra hour, like, I'm watching this shit. But yeah, so he might be like, I don't want it to be spoiled for me. So, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this works. But anyway.
Anyway, we're gonna give our predictions for Elimination Chamber, Perth, Australia. We are recording this again the week before it airs. The episode will come out on Tuesday. So if anything is announced from now until Monday, well, guess what? We fucking missed it, and we don't fucking care. We got 4 things here. We got 4 matches for this PLE. Anyway.
PPV.
For the tag team titles, it will be the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest versus the team of, they're calling themselves New Catch Republic. They should be called British Strong Style. That is Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Lyssie.
It's fucking writing on the wall. It's going to be the Judgment Day.
It's probably going to be the Judgment Day.
Which sucks because I love Pete Dunne. I want him to hold a belt.
It's probably going to be the Judgment Day. Anyway, Elimination Chamber match. For a Women's World Championship match at WrestleMania 40, the winner will be challenging Rhea Ripley. We got Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Liv Morgan versus Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi versus, there will be a Battle Royal winner, I'm assuming on Raw or SmackDown. I'm assuming it's probably going to be Jade. I'm not too positive. It could be someone else. Anyway, I'm picking Becky.
I would also pick Becky.
I think it's going to be the man versus mommy at Mania.
Although, if it is, well, I mean, they're building it that way, so it's definitely going to be Becky. But if the Battle Royal winner is Jade, I would also love to see Jade.
I think
it's definitely going to be Becky.
If Jade gets in, she probably has a nice run, but is eliminated by Bianca.
But I think, I mean, with the press conference and everything, with the Becky and Rhea stuff,
yeah.
Like it's very fucking clear. I don't like making these predictions. This is too obvious.
Who are you going with?
I'm going with Becky because
Okay.
that's literally what they've been doing these past couple weeks.
Another obvious match, because it's the hometown gal Rhea Ripley defending her title against Nia I Can't Fucking Work Jax.
Rhea
Ripley. Rhea Ripley. Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. They will challenge Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. We got Drew McIntyre, Randall Keith Orton, Bobby, where the fuck are my eyebrows, Lashley, LA Knight,
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul.
Drew.
It's gonna be Drew.
Because that's literally what they've been doing all these past weeks. This is so cut and dry.
It's literally a predictable card.
It's so fucking... I'm mad.
I hope they add at least one more match.
Yeah, because this is boring.
Like,
I
bro...
don't want to wake up for this.
Bro, Dom was supposed to face Brock Lesnar. Dom's not even on the card. Where the fuck is Sammy? I know, like, some people, like... that.
Why does Logan Paul?
Yeah, Logan Paul's the United States champion.
Why is he there?
And he is in... Like, why? Like, he could be defending the belt.
Logan Paul, I'd want to.
Oh, and
forever.
also there's gonna be there only might be 4 matches because there's gonna be a Grayson Waller effect with Cody and Seth. That's probably gonna build up Cody and Seth versus Roman and Rock.
Are we really doing that?
On night 1, more than likely.
Why?
Because
why doesn't Seth get his own fucking match on night 1? Like as the main event. Why does he not get that? Why?
Because he's not facing CM Punk, so fuck
I don't
Seth
care.
Rollins.
I don't care. Seth versus Drew will be just as...
He gets the team with Cody Rhodes to face The Rock and Roman.
No, that's fucking stupid because that is literally putting Seth in the cuck chair.
He's been in the cuck chair the whole time.
They are strapping him into the cuck chair.
They might as well just keep doing it. He's been there before. He's gonna keep doing it.
Oh my god. This is so stupid.
He gets the main event WrestleMania.
No, he deserves to main event with his own fucking belt.
He's walking in as the champion.
Seth and Drew.
Lissy was about to assault me.
No, I was not. I might have rubbed my eyebrows off, but that's fine.
Lissy was gonna beat me up.
Seth and Drew are great. They're always great. We need Seth and Drew. That's what the match should be. There should not be a tag team match that is so nonsensically thrown together and should not have ever even been a consideration in the fucking first place. I get it that was supposed to be Seth and Punk, and then Punk got hurt, and that's fine and whatever, but that's literally just how you fixed it, is you just do Seth and Drew, and then Cody and Roman, and that's it. They fixed it without ever needing to put The Rock there.
Yeah, they should have just done the tag match on this fucking...
They could have done an Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, they could have.
It does not need to be on Mania. That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my goddamn life.
What do you have against the women, huh? Why isn't Bayley and Io getting a main event, or Rhea and Becky, huh?
I mean, I think Bayley should also get a main
event. What the fuck?
I'm just saying.
The fuck?
I'm just saying they were building this story with fucking Seth that was clear of a main event thing. Although I do think that Bayley could also main event, and she should also main event. But, like, nonetheless, if The Rock's gonna be there, they're gonna be doing this fucking tag team match, she's not main eventing anyway, which is fucking stupid.
Fuck everyone else. Dwayne's there, fuck everyone else.
This is fucking stupid.
I know.
This is so fucking stupid. I hate this company.
You know what's fucking stupid, too? Kurt Angle not getting 5-star matches.
Yeah, I guess it is.
But anyway, Wrestler of the Week. I get the pick.
You do get to pick.
Because I was hosting. We pissed on notes and everything. Anyway, he has angle slams, angle locks. Marty Jannetty still can't walk. He's just a sexy Kurt. Sexy Kurt.
He'll make your ankle hurt.
He'll make your ankle hurt.
Ankle hurt.
I'm just a sexy Kurt. Sexy Kurt. Anyway, Wrestler of the Week is Kurt Angle. Lissy.
Uh-huh.
What do you like about Kurt Angle?
Well... He's really passionate about milk.
He really loves milk.
He's really passionate about milk. And while I hate milk, not only does it make my tummy hurt, it is also just really gross. But I appreciate a man with passion.
He's great.
Yeah, he's great. I know.
You're gonna ask me questions why I chose Kurt Angle as
Wrestler
of the Week? You're horrible at this. This is when you get to be the host.
You don't write down questions for me, so I have to pick them out of my tiny little squirrel brain.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Okay, so... why do you like Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle is simply probably one of the greatest of all times. Like, simply great fucking wrestler. Everything about him. His ability to fucking wrestle. He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
It's true.
Perk Angle is fucking insane. I love Kurt Angle, WWF, WWE. But man, Kurt Angle, TNA, that's what I grew up on. Holy fuck. Another level. I've always loved him. Man never really has a bad match.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, go watch some of his, famous matches against Shawn Michaels. Chris Benoit. Not to bring up his name like that or anything. Undertaker. Stone Cold Steve Austin. AJ Styles.
What would you say your favorite Kurt Angle match is?
Man. Probably anything to do with Benoit. to be honest with you.
Okay.
Him and Benoit, I believe it was Mania 16 or 17 or 18, one of them.
It was somewhere in the teens.
It was in the Attitude Era Manias where he faced Benoit in an absolute Barton burner. Another favorite one, it's from an episode of ECW on Sci-Fi when it was WWE ECW, but a really nice hidden gem. Kurt Angle versus RVD was a good one. And also, not to bring up his name too, but it was a pretty... It was a good match because it was in New Japan. And you can do whatever you want in New Japan, but it wasn't like the best. Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle.
I forgot.
And also their match at WrestleMania 19 where Brock Lesnar does a shooting star press and almost breaks his neck was also really good too. But anyway, fuck Brock Lesnar. Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles. Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe. Another good one. I really love Kurt Angle. Ruthless Aggression John Cena slapped Kurt Angle. You got any more questions?
I don't know what to ask you about Kurt Angle. Has he made you want to drink milk more?
No.
When you were a kid, did you see Kurt Angle drinking milk and go, I want to be like him?
No.
No?
No.
How did you feel about him with hair?
Fucking weird. It's still weird to this day.
But like he had hair before he was bald.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like a Karrion Kross thing where he was bald by choice for whatever godforsaken reason.
Yeah. He just had a really bad receding headline and Ned shaved his head bald.
And he was like, oh, wait a minute. Hang on. This is kind of nice.
The best thing about that is when he got his head shaved, he used to come out wearing like the amateur wrestling headgear and would have a wig strapped to it and being like, I'm not bald.
Well, do you have like fond memories of Kurt Angle from your childhood? Like as a kid watching him?
Did
you ever meet him?
No, I never met Kurt Angle. I
don't know the wrestlers you have and haven't met. I only know a couple of them.
No, I never met Kurt Angle. I wish I did. That would have been fucking fun.
Okay, better question. If you could meet Kurt Angle today, what would you ask him?
Bro, how did you do it with a broken fucking neck?
He's got to have answered that.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
Right? Like, somewhere in the world.
What would I ask him?
Why milk? That's what I would ask.
Why milk?
Why milk?
Why milk?
Why? Like, I'm sure maybe there was an explanation somewhere, but I just need to hear it straight from him to me.
Damn. I'd probably just ask him for advice.
But you're not wrestling.
I know, but it's just still cool to hear.
If he would give advice.
Yeah.
Like, what advice he'd
give.
Okay, I mean, that's fair.
Or probably, like... Or even life advice. He's gone through so much in his life.
Yeah, that's true.
With the drug addiction and all that. So it'd be wild. I don't know. I really don't have many questions about Kurt. Do you have a favorite Kurt Angle match?
I really don't, cuz like
give me some of your memories of Kurt Angle.
Milk.
You have any other memories?
Okay, I mean, look here. I'm going to be real. So, Kurt Angle was another one when I was younger I didn't appreciate.
Oh, really?
I mean, I've always been drawn to the flippy, brutal bullshit. So if it's flippy, I want it. If it's brutal, I want it. That's all I really gave a shit about. So, like, I mean, sure, when he was, Perk Angle and he was doing wild-ass fucking shit, I was paying a little bit more attention, but I didn't really pay too much attention to him. So, the most, in my recollection right now, in my brain of Kurt Angle is the fucking videos and promos you and Bryce have played for me of Kurt Angle. That is it. That is it of the weird ass fucking shit. And we can't even
mention them. No, they're just we'll get kicked off of YouTube.
The weird ass fucking shit they had him saying or that he just said, and I don't know. And the meme that has recently gone around.
The meme is funny,
but like. It's, like, that is the most of which I, like, in my brain, like, have a correlation of Kurt Angle with. Again, and it's no disrespect, because, like, I'm aware he's great and phenomenal and absolute fucking legend, but it's just, when I was younger, I did not care enough about him, so I didn't get to have time of, like, formulating an opinion over all these years.
What do you think of the "You Suck" chants? and it going with his theme.
Oh, so that was funny. Okay, you know what? Actually, I guess I can a little bit. So when me and my brother were younger, we had like the WWE soundtrack CDs.
Okay.
And when we used to pretend to be wrestlers and whatnot, we would, as kids, do like the entrances and whatnot. And every time the Kurt Angle one came on, we would always like do the "You Suck" or what was it? "You Still Suck"?
No, it was "You Suck."
Yeah, but wasn't there like he changed it and then it got changed?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't to "You Suck." They just changed it to where it didn't go "You Suck."
Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, yeah, I remember us doing that, like down in the basement doing the entrances, and like, one of us would be yelling or the other one would be or whatever. So, fond memories with my brother.
One of my first action figures I've ever got when I was little was a Kurt Angle figure. So that's cool.
Okay.
Little tidbit there.
I'm sure my brother's has millions of them somewhere.
Kurt Angle was great.
Just all around. Again, like, he probably would have a better opinion than I would. Because
I like Kurt Angle. Bryce likes Kurt Angle, too.
Yeah, I know. I drew up that little Flash tattoo during our one Flash sale and was like, Bryce, come get this tattoo. And he never fucking did. Bryce, if you're listening to this, I still remember. And you still need to come get this fucking tattoo. Because it's fucking funny. I'll put a picture up. It's a milk carton with a gold medal that says it's true.
It's
damn
funny. True.
And you know what? Any of the 20 of you that are watching this, if you love Kurt Angle so goddamn much and you think it's funny, go get it tattooed. Share it. Like, get it tattooed. You have permission from me. I don't give a shit. Go do it. And then tag me in it somewhere. But yeah, Bryce, I'm holding you accountable for this until you get this fucking tattoo. I swear on my life. But yeah, all I really know is milk and very controversial promos. That was, not really of him wanting to say it, but nonetheless, it would happen. It sure did. Well, maybe the one little bit I could say that it just plays in my head every now and again of if I could go back in time and make anybody tap out, it would probably be Jesus.
Such a good one.
I don't know.
Such a good one.
I'll just be at work sometimes drawing or just laying in the bed and just, if I can go back in time, it'd be Jesus.
Such a good one.
But, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say about Kurt Angle that I cannot think of fucking questions for you about because I am stupid and don't think these things through?
I wish he got to wrestle Josh Alexander. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Or even Kenny Omega, because there's been a lot of appreciation going on between both parties of...
Oh, I know.
Kenny would study Kurt Angle.
And Kurt was like, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. You're doing great. Cool.
Or also, Bryan Danielson versus Kurt Angle. Never happened.
That's a little surprising.
It almost happened at a PWG show. Fun fact. Super Dragon and Excalibur knew what the fuck they were doing at that time.
Yeah.
Anyway. Wow, this episode was pretty short. We're only a little bit over an hour in.
Yeah, we really didn't have too much to cover. And surprisingly, we kind of covered it fast because we didn't really go through a whole lot of stuff. I mean, is there anything else that you just want to add about things in general that you'd like to discuss or talk about or something?
No, I don't think there's really anything else.
Nothing else we want to talk about?
No, I think we really covered pretty much everything.
I could talk about the Young Bucks again.
No. I think it's best that we start wrapping it up here and we're gonna go on our merry way. We don't want to keep people here for too long, It
won't be that long.
Okay, the past 2 episodes have been like 2 hours. Anyway, thank you guys for listening and checking us out. Also, if you still aren't subscribed, give us a subscribe, like this video, share it, spread the word, hit that notification bell for notifications, and if you want to follow us on Instagram, we'll try to remember to put it in the description, but just in case, Lyssie, what is the Instagram?
If you want to follow our podcast on the Instagram, you can find us at Talkin Wrasslin Pod. That's TALKIN_P. Nope, I fucked it up. That is That is Talkin Wrasslin Pod at TALKIN_WRASSLIN_POD.
Like the band, but not the band.
Not the band, like the podcast, but shortened. If you would like to find me on social media, which God help you if you fucking do, because I have had Nick Jackson brain rot for the past 2 weeks, and it's only getting worse, so apologies. But if you want to join in on the mental illness that is me, you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Lungtar. That is LUNG__TAR. And if you want to continue to hear my voice and look at my face while you also hear my voice or me make stupid videos, you can find me on TikTok, which is at LungBucks. That is LUNG__BUCKS. Yes, it's a play on the Bucks. If you have really gotten this far into this podcast and know me as a person and did not expect it, I really don't know what else to fucking tell you at this goddamn point. But Dylan, if these people hate me because I am so unhinged and unable for them to stand, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Danny, DANI _Valo, VALO _. And if you want to find me on Twitter, good luck. You can try. It's a cesspool over there. I've been quiet as of late. I've been making fun of Dave Meltzer. That's really about it. And talking about Bryan Danielson gonna beat up one of Eddie Kingston's heroes in front of Eddie Kingston for beautiful storytelling purposes.
Yeah.
And just trying to get WWE's attention to bring back the Hollywood Rock theme. And just sharing a bunch of Bull Nakano and Hayabusa highlights, because that's all my TikTok, or not TikTok, Twitter is. TikTok, you can follow me, but I don't really do much on TikTok. I just watch stuff on TikTok.
I'm more entertaining on TikTok.
Yeah, I hate using TikTok anymore. Anyway, again, we appreciate you guys. Tune in next week when Lyssie is the host, and who knows what Lyssie will pick for Wrestler of the Week, and who knows what wrestling news and everything. And
I'll try to be not predictable this time, but I can't promise anything.
We'll be reviewing Elimination Chamber. That'll be fun. That'll just be more.
We're gonna get to review the Hangman Hook RVD.
Oh yeah, that's
match.
this week.
I hope they light a blunt.
Anyway, thank you guys. Have fun. Bye.
See you next time.